He's my least. He's my least favorite. He's a big kid. Very childish.
Luka, what are the feelings like going to your first season opener with the team, with the Lakers?
Oh, great. I think we've been practicing great. Everybody's so excited. I'm excited. All the preseason is behind us, so we're excited to get started.
Do you list personal goals, team goals for yourself going into a year?
Not really. But obviously the goal is to win the championship. I don't write it down or nothing or in my mind. Just trying to go game by game and trying to win every game.
LeBron and Steph have made this into one of the league's best rivalries. Even though LeBron is not playing, are you viewing this game as a rivalry game between the Warriors and Lakers, or just another game to start the season?
I don't know if it's rivalry or not, but obviously, Steph against LeBron, everybody in the world will watch it. Obviously, going against Steph is very exciting, but it's going to be tough. I don't know if it's a rivalry, but for sure it's an exciting game.
Luka, even with how important you already are with the group, with LeBron out, to what extent do you feel you want to put it on your shoulders?
Nothing specifically, Like I said, just trying to win every game. Obviously, it's going to be harder with LeBron out, but when he's ready, when he's going to return, he's going to help us a lot for sure.
How do you view Steph as an opponent, as a peer, and obviously you've spoken in the past about how LeBron was a guy you looked up to. Was Steph a player that you looked at from afar?
For sure. As an opponent, it's obviously very hard to guard him. He's moving all the time. He can shoot from anywhere, so I feel like it's hard but also exciting. Going against a player like that, it's very exciting. And for the first game to open up a season, it's going to be a great game.
Not just asking this because he's maybe 10 feet away from us, but you were very complimentary of Gabe after Friday's game. Spoke with JJ about him, and he mentioned that the consistency of the positivity, the energy he brings is what stands out. How valuable has that been just for you over the past 8 months, 9 months as teammates, and what he brings to the organization, brings to the team?
Like you say, the energy is always there, always positive. I've never seen in my life being negative, so I think he gives a very good positive energy to the group. And obviously on the basketball court, we all know he can shoot, he can defend, so I'm excited to start the season with him.
What's a little bit more distance from Friday's game, just kind of looking back at those first three quarters, what were you most encouraged by what you guys showed and sort of addressed with yourself?
Against
the Kings,
yeah. I think first quarter wasn't our best, but after first quarter, I think our physicality went up. So that's what we're working on these 2-3 days, just being more physical. And obviously for Tuesday, tomorrow, it's very important, especially with Steph. He's running around. You got to chase him all over the course, so it's going to be very important for tomorrow and for next games.
But what's that Marcus been like as a leader with the group so far?
Great. Like I said, positive. Talked a lot, especially about defense, how we need to play, how we need to be ready, how to guard certain players. So he helps me a lot and a lot of players here.
Look at when we talked to Jackson Hayes in Vegas. He said he loves playing with you so much he wants to get a Slovenian passport to not only play with you with the Lakers but with the national team. What has Jackson Hayes been like as a teammate?
Great. I think we have a special connection, especially in those lobs. But he's a great guy, so I'm very excited to get started with him too.
What could he add to the Slovenian national team if this all works?
I don't really talk about Los Angeles now. Australian national team is long. It's next summer, so we'll talk about that then.
Looks like you and Rui have a good relationship. Could you please talk about your relationship with him?
Yeah, it's great. Honestly, I have a relationship with a lot of people here. A lot of good relationship. Rui's very childish like they are, so we get along great.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Rui, after you guys followed Golden State twice during the preseason, San Francisco once here. Is there anything you guys can take away from those matchups going into tomorrow's opener.
I mean, yeah, they still the same team that they've been doing the past 10 years. There are a lot of shooters. Of course, Draymond trying to facilitate the whole offense, defense side. So and of course, Steph he's gonna be very aggressive on the shooting side. So yeah, we talk about how we're gonna guard them. They're smaller, but they're able to move around. So we have to be focused on who's the shooter or not, and the shooters you have to target it. And if you got a non-shooter, you have to be more help side, trying to help those shooters when it's slip or whatever. So yeah, those are things that we focus on today.
Defensive end has been a significant talking point, or was a significant talking point throughout the preseason. How would you assess where you guys are on that end of the floor from a just understanding what's being asked of you guys and just being able to execute, especially against the Golden State team that thrives off the ball and with their actions?
Yeah, I think first we have to learn the systems. There's a lot of couple guys, new guys, first time in here, so it takes a little bit of time. We have to kind of get used to the JJ's defense, mindset, his system. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think more so that we have to communicate. That's going to help us to get through those kind of stuff. Those communication, it helps a lot of stuff on the defense side. So we have to be better at that.
What do you say is the comfort level you and the group have with being able to open this season for however long LeBron is out?
I mean, yeah, it's just we have to be together. We got a couple new guys. Most of the guys are healthy now, so we're able to compete as a one team. So we've been doing a lot of practice, this year from the camp started. So we pretty feel good about it. We just gotta be play together. A couple games. The first couple games gonna be different because we never have already did that rotation. The actual rotation. So it's gonna have to be a couple games to get used to it maybe, but we have to. I think we feel good about it.
And Rui, if it's Gabe in the starting lineup versus Vando, do you have to, more rebounding or more shooting from you, to change a little bit your approach?
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, I have to, more involved to the defense. I mean, the rebound. I have to be the guy to kind of, be with the DA always, under there, especially Brown's out, and Luka gonna be in, getting all the rebounds too, but it's not all the time. So I have to be more physical, and the shooting's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna be in the same situation, So yeah, I gotta be more, I gotta be aggressive on that.
LeBron and Steph have made this into a real intriguing rivalry. Without LeBron, does this make this small game any less of a rivalry, or is it still a big rivalry?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially Lakers against Warriors has been like things. We played a Christmas game too last year. We've always played a pretty intense game. Playoff like. So this is gonna be that's why they put us on the first game. The NBA. There's a reason to that. So. Yeah, we gotta, even LeBron's out, it's gonna be a great game, of course. We gotta compete, and we're trying to get this stuff.
7年目っていうのは日本人としては最長に NBA での7年目は最長になるんですけれども、この夏特に日本に帰ってファンの人たちと今まで以上にすごい近い存在になって、八村選手のことをすごい今まで以上に見ていると思うんですけど、どういうところを7年目を見せていきたいですか？
そうですね、こうやって NBA でやってきて、入ってそこから僕がどれだけ NBA で長くできるかっていうことが僕も意識してやってきたので、その中で7年っていうのはすごい僕としても想像しなかったので、その中で自分が今までやってきたこと、NBA でやってきたことを学びながら、徐々にしっかりと自分の成長を見せながら NBA で活躍していけたらいいなと思います。
7年目でも開幕戦って特別ですか？
そうですね、もうやっぱり自分でもそれに向けてずっと夏を過ごしてきたので、その最初の1戦目というのはすごい大事だと思っているので、その入り方っていうところを僕もいつも意識していっているので、開幕戦は大事です。
開幕戦の前の夜って眠れないそうですか？
いや、そんなことないです。全然大丈夫です。Oh, it's been great. He's the guy. Everybody knows him as the vocal. Especially he's not only the vocal, but he shows us in the examples, on the court, hustle plays and all those kinds of. Those are very important in the team. We need that. We need somebody that like that, the older guy that everybody respects and everybody listen. He has a lot of experience too. So yeah, he's a big part of it already for sure.
What you think of Shohei Ohtani the other night? I know it was during your game.
Oh, it was crazy. Yeah, we were watching that. It was right before the game. Yeah, so we were watching it. It was amazing. Oh my God, we all, everybody was just literally watching. It was like, what is this? It's just crazy, you know. Yeah, he's a guy, you know, for sure. I'm happy for him, the whole team, and all the other Japanese guys. You know, shout out to them, and yeah, hopefully they're gonna get the next one too.
JJ told us after the preseason finale. JJ told us after the Kings game that he knows the starting lineup for tomorrow's game. After that, it can be fluid, can be matchup dependent. How does that land with the roster, with the players? When I know some guys, they like to have a certain, have certainty about like what the starting lineup's going to be, what the rotation could be not tonight.
Yeah.
When or in this situation, it could be more fluid. It could be more fluid. It could be matchup dependent.
Yeah, I mean, it's their decision. You know, whatever they decide and how they want to do. You know, I just gotta be ready always. Whatever happens, you know, I want to be aggressive on both hands. You know, that's what I do. You know, so I'm gonna keep doing that.
Thank you, Rui.
Thank you,
sir. JJ, how would you compare how you as a coach feel going into this opener this season compared to last season's opener?
What do you mean by how I feel?
Just emotions, excitement, eagerness. Just how's it different? How's it similar to last year?
Lots of excitement. Excited to start the season. RP and I were just talking. It's just like the fun part about this is the chaos and the challenge of every single game and every single day, and trying to problem solve and trying to get buy-in, and it's coaching. It's like that's why I do this. Like, so it's great, and I'm looking forward to a challenging, chaotic, fun, all of the things that happen during an 82 game season.
We see LeBron in sneakers and sweats over there. What does his modified participation look like today?
No update. No update. Yeah, just individual work. Yep.
Otherwise, Jackson's still trending positively?
Yeah, he's trending. Was able to do practice as was Bronny and Maxey. So good news on those guys.
Full participants with Bronny and Maxey.
Does that add anything to this season opener that is Golden State, a team that's been a rival with these guys over the years? Does it add anything to it because of?
I mean, the Steph LeBron rivalry, whatever you want to call it, matchup is always been awesome for whatever teams they've been on and for the league itself. I know we had some great games against those guys last year. Being a part of that was really cool. I think when you're the Lakers and you play on national TV more than any other team, it's you're generally going to play against great teams, and that's what tomorrow is. And so I think it's just a general excitement about the start of the year. I don't know if there's anything extra there.
You, I don't remember when it was last year, you said something about how you wished you had 15 Gabe Vincents at some point.
Well, we would lose a lot of games, to be clear. We need a little more size. I love Gabe, but
It would be good vibes.
Yeah. But like, what is it about him that you sort of wish everybody possessed? What qualities?
I think everybody does possess those qualities. Otherwise, they wouldn't be a Laker. The difference is he's the most consistent in bringing those qualities every single day.
What are the
it's
qualities?
that simple.
What are the qualities?
Energy, positivity, enthusiasm, being a great teammate, being coachable, taking everything. He has the perfect balance of seriousness and playfulness. Like it's you want those guys in your building every day.
Do you remember? You were very communicative with your players about decisions and things that you made. After he didn't play in the playoffs in Minnesota, what was that conversation like with Gabe? Do you remember?
Talking
Game
about
4?
You're talking about the second half?
Yeah. Do you because I'm sure he's a prideful guy who wanted to be out there and stuff.
Yeah.
And what was that conversation like?
Yeah, I spoke with Gabe and Vando and Jackson all within a couple hours of that game ending. To be honest with you, they all understood. Like to a man, they all said, "No, we understood what you were doing. You're trying to win a basketball game. It's not personal." They were professional about it.
When you get that kind of response, like sort of buy-in from these are people that you've said like are leaders in their own
Yeah.
ways. Like, do you feel more empowered? Does the team feel like, what's the sort of ripple of that kind of buy-in from those types of guys, the people most affected by the decision?
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with me, because again, you're going to make decisions based on what you think is best for the team. Those guys, their decisions, that or their reaction to something like that has a big impact on their teammates, just in terms of creating a sense of trust and buy-in. If everybody's aligned that, hey, we're going to do whatever it takes to win, and it's not personal, then it generally becomes pretty easy to make decisions. It's just about trying to win a game, which at the time, whether it was a right or wrong decision, because a lot of decisions that you make that have real consequences, they're only bad decisions if you don't get the results you want.
Sure.
Right? So you're making decisions based on what you think is the best option at the time. And if the guys understand that, then there's buy-in.
The schedule can be crowded at times, but the way you're opening up your first two games, obviously the run-up to opening night, and then you'll play against on Friday. You have some familiarity with Warriors from the preseason. You have the playoff matchup against Minnesota. Are you and your staff able to put in specific things for both of those games that maybe, when you're in a 3 and 4 stretch,
right,
that you wouldn't be able to do?
Yes, we are. And I think last year we used these 2 days between the end of preseason and the start of the regular season to prepare for Minnesota. And that's what these last 2 days were. Yeah.
Do you see any parallels between you guys and the Warriors? Having obviously the Steph LeBron days from the start, but being maybe trying to fight for the same turf in a crowded Western Conference?
Everybody in the West is going to fight this year. There's a bunch of really good basketball teams. OKC is the defending champion. They have the same team. They're all young. They all probably got better. I think the parallel that I would say is that Steph LeBron thing. When you have those guys on your team, and we have Luka too, and they have Jimmy, who's a heralded playoff player. Like, you have those guys on your team, there's expectations and there's championship goals, and that's what you're playing for when you have those type of players. When you have a top 5 player on your team, that's the goal. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.